Okay, we talked about spinnerbaits a minute ago. And what I have here is a buzzbait. It's kind of like a spinnerbait. I'll give you a close up in a second, but it's got a little bit different of an arm. Let me come up here and show you up close what that looks like. Get that in the thing. Now, if you notice, same skirt, same Strike King brand. It's a buzzbait though, and that blade is designed to catch the water and keep it up on the surface. Now I've stepped back a little bit so you can hopefully see what it does on the surface, and we're going to cast this out and I'm going to show you how to use it. Unlike a spinnerbait, I'm not going to let this sink if I possibly can do it. What you will do is you'll cast it out much like I did that hard crankbait. I'm going to keep my rod tip high, and then you'll notice it's starting to break the surface, and you've just got to vary your retrieve enough to keep it up without letting it sink, and it just chops along. Now, same way with that popper, or with that devil's horse I was showing you, topwater popper, topwater spin, hard side, and you can also bring this in pretty fast. When you get a hit, you don't want to strike, because you see what that just did right there. You'll pull it away from the fish. You want to feel the weight of the fish pulling before you set the hook. It's a hard thing to do, honest to goodness. I will say that is the hardest thing. You see that kersploosh, you know a fish hit it, and you really just want to set the hook, and it excites you. These are exciting baits to fish, but you honestly want to wait for the fish to feel the weight. Now, the same way I said with the devil's horse, you really want to make several casts of the same thing, to the same place. You kind of want to aggravate the fish a little bit. The caveat to any of these topwater baits like this is they will spook fish. I'm going to go out there one more time so maybe you can see this work all the way through. Now, if you notice this rod casting a little better, first off, it's a little heavier than the crankbaits, and secondly, I've kind of worked out some of the kinks. Although in doing so, I've had some line tangles and twists I couldn't get out, so I've reduced the amount of line on this rod. When I get to the store, I'll probably put some new line on. That's using a buzzbait. Once again, a buzzbait is used as a search pattern. You get into fish, you might want to switch to a plastic worm. Now, speaking of that with the buzzbait, I'm going to get into one more thing that I like to do when I'm fishing with a buzzbait. I like to have a second rod rigged with either a Texas rig or a wacky rigged worm. Why is that, you ask? Okay, they miss this on the surface, and I will say this the same way with any surface lure. I will do the same thing. They miss that on the surface. You can throw back with the plastic worm, let it sink right where they missed, and a lot of times they'll pick up the plastic worm, whereas a second cast with this won't do any good. It's pretty much all I got on these. It's that simple. Vary your retrieve a little bit. You don't have to go so fast, you don't have to go so slow, but on this, you do not let it sink. You keep it up, you keep your rod tip up, and you keep it near the surface where it's chopping the water. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. As always, if you have any questions, leave comments.